I'm ready to go. And you let me know. I'm doing it now. I did it before. I'm ready to go.
Hi, and welcome back to hashtag Ask Gabby. It's your girl Gabby here, ready to answer yet another question for you all. So, to answer the question, what's the hardest part about relocation? When I first moved, which was a year and a few months ago, I was in a relationship. So the emotional part of moving was probably a little difficult for me, but I knew it was coming. So it wasn't something out of the blue, and it was really something that I expected. So the hardest part for me was like moving all my stuff. I have too much stuff, too many shoes, too many clothes. I mean, I love them all dearly, but I have a lot. And my mom still talks about me and tells me that her house is not a storage facility and things of that nature. But aside from that, packing was really, really hard though. Like seriously, I have stuff still back home in Maryland, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to consolidate all my crap and ever get it to my new destination. Who knows? Nevertheless, about 3 months after I moved here, I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend at the time. And that was probably the most difficult part about me being far, because usually, when you have those kind of changes in your life and stuff like that, you have friends to surround you and everything. And, I really didn't have anyone. I could call people, but it's not the same as like having a friend that lives up the street and you can go to her house and y'all can just relax and stuff like that. So like going through large changes in life, whether it be relationship status, job problems, family problems, like those are going to hit you harder than they would normally. And I think naturally it just takes you a little bit longer to deal with it. So that was probably honestly the hardest part about relocation for me, is just being alone when I really felt I needed someone. But the good thing about that is you really learn how to be alone and you learn how to comfort yourself, which is something that I think everyone should learn how to do. And in general, I personally feel like it was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me, because it was the first time I was really forced to be alone and just handle it. And I beast moded it. Like, I killed it. Like, and I mean, I know everyone's probably like, but that's so sad. But I look at it as like, I'm so strong, I can just, like, anything can come my way and I feel like I can handle it at this point. And so, as far as settling in, I think that relationship held me back, because I wasn't as willing to get out there and meet people and do things. And so being held back like that can really impact the amount of time it takes for you to settle in. You really want to join organizations and groups and go to church or whatever you used to do when you were back home, so that when you meet people, this is someone who has something in common with me, and there's possibly a common thread that we could move forward with. And that has been a really big thing for me. I've met friends at the gym, I've met friends through my sorority, and it's just been a blessing, really, just getting to know people. So to answer your question, how long does it take you to get settled? As long as you want it to take, really. I think when I first moved, I was still holding on to everything back home. I was always on the go. I was always on the road. I was in explore mode, because me moving to Texas was only my third time being in Texas. And so I wanted to see everything Texas had to offer, the parties, the people, anything I could see, I wanted to see it. And so when I first came, I wasn't really settling. I was kind of exploring. And I think you should do that, so you can figure out what you're up against and where to go to have fun and things like that, especially for me, because where I live, it's not necessarily rural, but it's very suburban without an actual city. So I guess I would say, just if anyone was ever to say, do you regret it? Heck no. Heck no. Best experience ever. Like, It taught me to like stop playing. It taught me to focus. It taught me to just go after what I wanted no matter what. You know, being here allowed me time to work on my business. It allowed me time to discover what I believe my true purpose is. And I just feel like if you feel like you want to move, do it. Do it now. You don't have no kids. You don't have no boyfriend. You don't have no girlfriend. Even if you do have a kid, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, like think about what a move would look like for them and you, and weigh the positives and the negatives. Because just because you feel like, oh, you know, I'm not single anymore, or maybe, you know, I don't really think, you know, I should take my child this far and blah blah blah. See if you can find like an alternative or a middle point or something like that. Don't stop living your life and making these jumps, because I'm trying to tell you, like, the thing about me coming here, it was a jump. It was a leap. And leaps and jumps in general, they propel you to like a whole nother level. And that's how I feel. Like, it propelled me. Like, I'm such a different woman than I was a year ago when I first moved here. Like, I'm completely different, and you know, I sustain myself and I have fun with myself. Like, I enjoy my own company, and you know, I'm really more willing to get out there and meet people. You know, I've become more warm to strangers and everything. So the skills you learn from relocating and just having to get acclimated and having to meet people, I don't think you should shy away from it. You know, don't be afraid. Even if it is hard. My favorite speaker, his name is Les Brown. If you have a time, look him up. He always says, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. So don't take the easy road. Deal with it. You know, create your own path. Do what you feel. Make those jumps. Make those moves. And hey, I will see you at the top, because those kind of people, the people that don't let anything hold them back, the people that don't let fear hold them back, the people that just go for it, those are the kind of people that I expect at the top, man. And I'm going to see you there. And I'm going to be next to you like, what's up? Hey, it's long time no see. Good to see you. So, yeah, you know, I'd be happy to see you there. But thank you so much for your question. I hope I answered it. If I didn't answer it, or if you need some more details, just let me know. Go ahead and throw it out there, and I'll be happy to respond to any question you have. And if you haven't submitted your question yet, and you're wondering, like, does Gabby really know what she's talking about? This is the thing. I don't like to speak to anything that I haven't done or seen. And so if I get a question and I don't know, I'm probably going to do some research on it. And then I'm going to give you an answer based on some calculated research. I promise not to shoot the breeze with you. I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'm going to tell it to you how it is. And, you know, nothing but honesty from me. So definitely ask your questions using the hashtag AskGabby. Tweet me at Gabby Speaks, Gabbi Speaks, and I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. It's so great to see all of y'all.
I'm doing it now.
Bye.
I did it before. I'm ready to go. You let me know. I'm doing it now. I did it before. I need it all in my cash. I need it all in the bag. I need it all on the go. I need it all for a show. And I will never give it up. And I will never say enough. And I was working last weekend. And I will never make enough. I see you looking from the far. I see you always by the car. I see you always in the gut. I see you dressing like a star.